Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Hauntario podcast. I'm Natasha, and this is Anthony.
So, I know we promised not to go to places that are filled with people, but we did it.
But we lied.
We lied. We're not true to our word. We're deceivers. Call me Judas. You know what I'm saying? Don't give me that fucking face. Every fucking podcast starts with you giving me this fucking face.
Because every podcast starts with you saying something ridiculously stupid.
I'm drawing the viewer in with my boyish charm.
You're turning them off with your lies.
You're a bitch.
Thank you.
So, yeah, we said we wouldn't go to
Public places.
But I will say this. On our investigation night, it was kind of pouring rain. So...
I feel like on every investigation night it's raining.
Well, the graveyards were raining.
Humber
was raining. Hamilton Hospital was not raining.
No, I don't think it was.
But even then, we were inside.
If it's any consolation, instead of raining, it'll be snowing soon.
So,
Yay!
you know. I mean, we have some stuff lined up, though. Like, we've got some interesting ideas, right?
Yeah.
What was that dramatic? You're like,
sorry, no, I was just looking at my nail and then realized you were talking to me.
She's not into it. She's definitely not into it. Okay.
I am. I just looked
That's
down.
fine. Stop it. Stop playing. I know she loves to pick that shit off. She loves to get manicures.
It's bio-gel, so you actually can. But I'm not going to because I'm getting them done on Saturday.
Yeah. No, but you have a habit. That's all I'm saying.
It's true. I'm the type of person who I get shellac, and then within like a week or two when it starts to peel, I just start peeling it all off, and it makes me very happy.
Yeah, because she's a psycho.
It makes me satisfied. Anyway, so yesterday we went to a very busy, actually not too busy, just where we happened to be sitting.
Natasha picked the wrong spot. I get to grill you on that.
I had walked in and there was an area where there was like a pool table and there was one guy and there was a girl who worked there. So I assumed the guy also worked there and they were just on their break and wanted to get away from everyone.
Was it the old guy?
No, it was the younger guy.
Oh, the Asian dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the girl. So I'm like, oh, they probably just work here and they're taking a break. Mm-hmm. So they're just chilling out where it's quiet. So I went to go sit in the corner. And also when we got there, I didn't see the other side, that seating area.
Yeah.
And all the boots were taken or dirty.
Yeah.
So we sat there and I was waiting about, 10 minutes, but it seemed like an hour and a half for Anthony to show up.
Okay. I literally drove past you to park as you were leaving your car.
Yeah. And then how long did it take you to park and pay?
Is that my fault or is that the city of Toronto's fault?
Well, I think it's your fault, but regardless.
Yeah, whatever.
So we sat there, and then within moments of Anthony sitting down, a whole bunch of people came and decided to play pool.
Yeah. So assuming that the whole bar was like that, we were like, well, I guess this is it.
And we sacrificed our time and our ears as we sat and enjoyed wine and wings.
Yeah, it was, you know what? Like I said, when we were there, we've been out in rain. We've gone to abandoned, shitty, places. Well, not that many, but we went to the graveyards and it's been raining and we bring out our gear to do this and then we get there and it's miserable and Natasha's like, why do we do this? And everyone's like, I'm having a good time.
I don't think I've ever said, why do we do this like that?
No, you're like, why do we do this to ourselves?
I don't recall ever saying that.
You've said it a few times.
I probably said I'm cold.
You do say that. That's for sure.
But I'm cold now.
Whatever, but we complain. So for once, it was like, hey, do you want to go get beer or wine, respectively? Do you want to eat chicken wings and French fries?
Oh, with this dill sauce.
Yeah, she was really happy about that.
So good. I love dill.
I kind of want to go back that place.
My mouth is watering.
Yeah. Let's go. Fuck it. We're done. Thanks for listening to the Hauntario podcast. We'll see you next time.
Later.
Yeah. But so, I mean, we at least had a good time there, right? And then, I thought it was a really funny joke to order ghost pepper wings.
Okay.
Because, it's ghosts. Do you get it?
Anthony never learns his lesson. And
no.
One of our favorite pastimes include eating. And Anthony and I have been to many restaurants.
So one of my favorite pastimes includes being obese.
One of our favorite. We're in this together.
Yeah, no, we
eat a lot of food. We're fat.
Yeah,
we love it.
But I just like to call it a healthy obsession.
Anyway, So we go out to eat a lot of food, and if there's something spicy on the menu, Anthony usually has to order the most intense, spiciest version of it.
Yeah.
And then we'll proceed to scarf it down within minutes, where it looks like the food isn't even touching his tongue, which is why he does it so quickly, because he doesn't feel the heat. And
that's not the reason, actually.
Well, it sounds and looks like it.
Okay, fair enough.
So he does.
Are you saying that I look like an animal?
You look like a snake, but also a duck.
Look, okay. I don't know why, because I like going from wing to wing is like one thing. I just like, I'm hungry, I want to eat. But like when I actually like chew my food, it's really bad. And like my doctor's been like, hey, how about you chew your food more? And I'm like, how about you fuck off?
Are you
like,
swallowing the whole wing?
No, it's just I've since I was younger, I don't know why. Like I literally like chew like 3 times and I'll swallow something. Like it's so bad. And like I try, like I have to like think about it and be like, all right, chew.
Don't you choke?
No. I think I might be a good competitive eater if I tried. Because I've already got the like chew 3 times swallow thing down. A lot of people have trouble with that.
There. The hardest part is done.
Hardest part's done. Now it's just, eat lots of food. I mean, I'm sure it's harder than that, but whatever.
Eat lots of food and keep it down.
Yeah, don't throw up, which I'm not good at.
Well, so Anthony will order the spiciest thing in the menu, and then as soon as he finishes, complain all night and the next day about how sick it made him.
Yeah.
For example, today I got a message at work. I had asked them if we're still on for the podcast, and Anthony said yes, but I'm leaving work because I feel so sick from the wings,
I'll have you know
the ghost pepper wings.
that I, for lack of niceness, have blown chunks today. So
I'm glad I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm sitting across from you.
Yeah, that's right. And my stomach still don't feel good, bitch. So I mean, you're in the direct line of fire.
I'll move away from the mic.
That's
Don't threaten me. So yesterday we ended up going to this pub called the Frog and Firkin, which is a little cute place on Yonge Street in Toronto. Anthony's idea. This one was Anthony's idea.
Well, here's
the last couple months have been your ideas.
Well, all of them have been my idea.
Humber was mine. I got
Humber
the first
was
one.
yours.
That's it.
But my inspiration, was actually I was looking at doing Finch Bridge, like I messaged you. I messaged her originally. I said let's go do Finch Bridge because not to spoil, but the whole thing there, you can Google it. You're an adult, okay? The whole thing there is that you go to Finch Bridge and then you sing Happy Birthday, and you might hear a scream, you might hear a giggle, you might hear something because the ghost of a girl that died there, etc., etc. It's probably like, I think I've read stuff where it's like it's unfounded, like there's been no death on that bridge, like whatever. So I sent her this and I said, hey, let's go. And then I was like, hold on, because I saw a different link that said that this pub used to be a morgue or connected to a morgue. Like there's morgue on the property. The building has a morgue in it, whether it be the actual pub or like a building not a building, but like a unit to the right of it or something like that. And I'm like, that sounds like my kind of thing. So I was like, you know what? This seems like a more appropriate place to go. I feel like we deserve an indoor investigation, air quote, that involves beer and chicken wings.
All work and no play.
You know what? We work real hard, and I think that
we deserve this.
We deserve that. You know what? Treat yourself. You know what I mean?
Also, Anthony missed my boyfriend's birthday, so he wanted to treat him to a beer.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That had something to do with this as well.
Yep. So it was totally appropriate, and we were like, let's do it. So as Natasha described, we get there, and all of the, fuck boys that were, playing pool, and it was like not even like 3 or 4 dudes. It was like 12 or 15
it was a solid
dudes,
group.
and like. They're like such an eclectic group. It's like one like Asian guy, and it's like a young Asian dude. We're talking like maybe like mid to late 20s, right?
Yeah.
And then like a dude who looks first of all straight out of the 1800s with his fucking mustache, and then like he looked like the dude in the fucking photo on the wall. There's a photo on the wall of like a dude, right? What was he doing? He's like playing pool. Right? He's got a top,
holding the
top hat and all that shit, and it looked like the same dude. Maybe we saw a ghost. Case closed. See you next time. But like this dude is like 60 at least, and it's like the kind of dude who's been going to this bar from before this bar was bought by Firkin, when it was still a morgue. Not even when it was still a morgue. Like it's been a bar for like 70 years. Oh yeah, or something. That's right. It's gone through a couple owners, but yeah. So it's like this dude has been around the block, and he like was like gray haired and like wearing gray. What?
Chips.
Do you want chips?
Can I have a chip? That's fine. We'll do it after.
I'm leaving this in.
I just saw them and was like, oh.
Here, eat the damn chip.
Thank you.
We'll take a quick chip break.
This podcast has been brought to you by Lay's Wavy Original.
I can't believe you. I was literally going to say, like, hey, we should try not to, like, get additional stuff so we don't have to cut so many things out because it takes time. And then I was like, nah, I feel like she'll get it on her own. And now you're like, can I have a chip? I feel like I'd want a chip. And I'm like, all right, I guess.
So, yeah, there was a good mix of people.
Yeah, he was a weird dude. So we had our food, and I, you know what's crazy, actually, just to touch on it again. Good place. Actually go if you're looking for a good bar, but don't sit near the pool table. That's where the fuck boys meet. We
thought it'd be a little less busy for a Wednesday, but...
You know what? Natasha didn't go all the way downstairs, like to the basement, because it was just too busy. I was surprised on a Wednesday. Like you were saying, super weird, but like, it is what it is. Actually, there's a restaurant section underneath, like another floor that's like super quiet. What? They don't even play music. Like you hear a pin drop, and there's like 4 dudes there. Oh. Yeah. Well, we'd already eaten at the time that we went down there, right? So. That's true. So we had our food, real nice, real good. Has some beer, real nice, real good.
I think we should explain what we read online first.
Yeah.
And then what we spoke about with the waitress. We didn't get her name. Oh, I didn't even think.
It's probably on the bill, but I threw them out.
It's fine.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I'll say what I saw because I related to you, but I guess we'll do it again. Well, we'll do it more appropriately on this here podcast. So this pub, obviously, it's very old. It was this building that it houses it's got a row of shops, obviously, and the pub in question was constructed originally, I believe it was like mid 1900s, probably like 1940, late 1940, like after the war. So
speakeasy.
Yeah, no, it was.
I'm kidding.
Okay. But it's decently old. We're bordering on like 80 years. Yeah, 80 years, give or take. So it was originally, there was a bar there, but like the different floors have been like added and removed to different shops over time. Mm-hmm. And like obviously as things go, you acquire more space for your business. So there's mixed stories, but one of the most common ones is that one of the ends was the morgue, probably the end closest to the bar. And at the time, the morgue had a lot of the basement area, and the fridges were used to, ice bodies, right? Like when the examiner was doing his autopsies. And that was for a while. That was through into like the 70s, I believe.
Oh, that recent.
Yeah. So, and then the morgue shut down, and like the buildings have gone under renovations, and people have acquired different floors of the building and whatnot. So it's come to a point, and the bar itself has changed hands. It's it's just information, but like the bar itself has gone through about 3 or 4 different owners, and now it's owned by the Firkin Group, mm-hmm. which if you know Toronto, their bars, they name them after animals, frog, owl, etc. So I really like Firkin pubs. Not sponsored, but like they're really good bars. They're always a
good go-to.
And they're not over, like we picked a bad spot, but like usually they're not like overly loud. You can actually hear what the fuck you're thinking.
The one beside my house, the Moose and Firkin, is really good.
Yeah, I've been there too. It's pretty good.
It is busy.
Oh, it's busy for sure, yeah.
But food's good, drinks good, people good.
Yeah, no, and it's like not sponsored, but good bars. The thing with this is that, as I said, the building's gone under renovation, so the whole area where the bar is, like, they own from the top floor to the bottom floor, and that includes the basement, where they have their office, And additionally, they have a staff area where they have the beer fridges, etc. And that's the area. I think the tile is actually original. You didn't go down there, Natasha. And
no, I didn't go down because you guys said there was too many people.
Oh, there were too many people. But I believe the tiles are original, and the tiles are probably like from like the original morgue and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but they appear to be a bit like dated. Funny enough, they don't have a door on the men's bathroom. They have a door in the women's bathroom, but not the men's bathroom. Which, I mean, I get it, but, you know, I think I deserve a door. Come on. If we went further, we could have gotten to the more haunted area. Maybe when we get more prominence, we'll be able to pull something and be like, hey, let us into this area, supervise us, whatever you want, just so we can grab some EVPs. But it really wasn't...
baby steps.
It was baby steps, but it really wasn't going to work out. Yeah, that was nice.
You managed to talk to the waitress,
I did.
Which is a huge accomplishment.
She was pretty.
I'm so proud of you.
The thing additionally about the basement is that they have like a screen that's constantly playing ads in the bathroom. So it's like even if it was completely dead silent, like you'd still have like this background of like a dude talking about like Colgate. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's really no winning. So we kind of gave up on that. But that doesn't mean the investigation is over, as they say. So we broke into the office. No. We did not break in the office. Don't break into anybody's office. What we did do, in actuality, is we decided to have a discussion with the waitress who actually sat down with us and had a quick chat with us about it. I really appreciated that. She was really...
Unfortunately, we didn't get her name, but thank you to the waitress.
Yeah, I feel really bad. Very pretty.
Well, she said she's been there for 7 years. So if for whatever reason anyone who works there hears this podcast and can relay this message to the waitress...
Don't, because I just did that weird, like, whispery, you're very pretty. So, like, don't.
Tell them Anthony.
Tell him the dude that was sitting on the couch that was discussing shit with her. Breathing really heavy. And he seemed like kind of a loser, that guy. So... sorry, to finish up with the background really quick before we launch into what she told us. The bar supposedly has gone through some issues with staffing where staff will start and within the first couple of weeks.
She didn't tell us that.
This is what I'm saying. Online was the stories that are being reported.
Okay.
She had a different story. But the reports go along the lines of like people will start there, they'll work there for a week, some of them will work there for a day, and they'll quit. Because they see something or something happens to them or whatever the case may be.
Something spooky.
Yes, something spooky. A lot of the reports revolve around the basement where, or like staircases. Like the staircases as a whole like are apparently like active. Don't know, but that it is what it is. A lot of those reports are also from around 2002, 2004 that kind of indicate that it was an underground thing that they didn't really talk about. So the staff would know about it. Obviously, they worked there. But like the public, the general public, when they would ask about it, the staff would be like, I don't know how you know that, but like, I'm happy to talk to you about it kind of thing, right? Outside of that, to be honest, we didn't get much in terms of like concrete stuff. But there's a big but. Natasha relayed to me. And I'll be honest, I don't even know the whole story. She like quickly texted me some stuff.
I quickly messaged Anthony on Snapchat what I think.
But let's talk about what the waitress said first.
Yes. Okay.
So, what did she... So, we, as we were paying, we said, listen. Or what I said was, listen.
You didn't say listen.
Okay, I didn't say listen. It's not verbatim, dude. Just chill. I was like, just, actually, the reason that we came here is because we heard... some ghostly stuff about this place. And she goes, yeah.
I actually believe you use the term ghost hunters.
Can you just fuck off? I panicked mentally. Okay. I listen, I'm autistic. Can we not talk about my fucking autism? Can we just move on? I hate you. Whatever. So she sat down to have a chat with us. And what she said was this. So she's worked there for 7 years, as Natasha said. And nothing has really happened to her.
She said she experienced nothing.
Yeah, but...
To the point that she's actually, like, purposely gone in the basement and whatever alone and been like, hey, and try to call onto something.
Yeah. So, but, this is the but, right? She has... Not only has she heard stories, but she's seen stuff happen to other people. And I believe the story, not verbatim again, but what she told us was that they were closing up for the night and they were powering everything down. The security guard was helping them power everything down, their bouncer. And as they were shutting off, they shut off the jukebox and they
Where
like
was
pull.
the jukebox?
Yeah.
Where was it?
I have no idea. I didn't see it. I'll be honest with you.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it either. That's why I asked.
I think it was just in one corner we didn't really go to.
Okay.
But he was saying they power off the jukebox and they actually like disconnect it from the power. Or no, sorry, they don't disconnect from the power. They flip the power switch on the back of it. And she was saying that when he flipped the power switch, he went to walk away from it, and a song like started blasting out of the jukebox.
Next loser, she said.
Yeah.
Oh, she sang the lyrics. I know the song.
Yeah. So, she witnessed that, which obviously is weird.
The line that she said the security guard heard was "I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me?" That was the line.
That's pretty weird.
Yeah. That's why it was freaking. That's why she related.
That's pretty creepy.
And she said the security was like so freaked out about it.
He's definitely like a superstitious dude or something, right? Like.
Well, she said it was weird because she's seen this guy go through a lot of stuff, which
like
I
beat the crap
like,
out of people who try to beat the crap out of him,
like that. So for a song to come on and like scare someone,
yeah,
she said he was a pretty like solid.
He's a big
guy as
like
well.
built dude,
yeah,
right? Yeah, that to me is like pretty scary. I mean, obviously, like you have to like how much salt do you put in it, but like if she was gonna make up a story, why would she make up that story, right?
Maybe, yeah, I guess. Because
like she's like nothing has ever happened to me in 7 years, but I did see something happen to somebody else. Like when does that happen?
Maybe it's one of those things. Like, did you watch Game of Thrones?
Like 5 seasons.
Okay, I don't remember who it was because I watched it so long ago. I stopped watching it. But someone tells someone a secret, and they tell like 3 or 4 different people.
Oh yeah, that was
a different variation.
What's his name? Littlefinger was the one that did that.
I thought it was.
Oh no, it wasn't Littlefinger.
No, he was involved in it.
No, he was one of the people that he told. It was fucking small dude. Sorry, what's your name? Peter Dinklage.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it was him.
Oh, regardless, so maybe it's one of those things where everyone has their story, and they tell it, and they see what's reported, and they know who they talk to. So like that was her story about the jukebox.
Right.
So if we go and share it in our podcast or share it online, if they were to search it up and see, we wrote, or Hauntario wrote, oh, we talked to the bartender and she said this and blah blah blah, they're gonna be like, okay, that was her. Like maybe it's just a way of tracking.
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I see what you're saying mildly, but I don't really get it. Or maybe it's just something
that they say when people ask because they've been asked this so many times.
Maybe. You know what? That weirded me out a little bit because I went on the Google like listing for this place, and there's 350 reviews and obviously positive. It's right, but like I looked through all of them. All these reviews. Well, one person only has to write one review, right?
Doesn't everyone have other things to do with their time than write reviews?
Didn't you aren't you in marketing?
Do I write reviews?
Yeah. I've seen you write a review before.
No, that's just me boycotting McDonald's.
Okay.
That's not a review.
Okay, but like, of all the 300, I think it's like 313 or 331, like a lot of reviews, right? Not a single one used the word haunted, haunt, ghost, or like spooky, right?
Because I'm sure people don't really know about it. They're just going in to get.
See, but that's what I thought, right? And that's what the post led me to believe, is that people don't really know about it, right? And that's why I suggested this place. And then when we said like, it's crazy that like when I said like the reason we came here, she immediately was like, oh, for the ghosts. Yeah. And I'm like,
no, she said I had a feeling. She said as soon as you said, hey, can I talk to you about something?
No, I didn't say, as soon as I said the reason we came here, that's what she said. Then,
no, when you asked her if you could ask her a question first.
I didn't ask her if I could ask her a question.
I said, asked her something if.
All right, whatever. It doesn't matter. But like, yeah, you're right. Like as soon as I said something, she was like, oh, this is what it is. Yeah. Right. So I don't know. I feel like that's weird that like some people are saying, oh, nobody knows about it. And the other people are saying, oh, like everybody knows about it.
Well, did you know about it before you
saw
that
I
link?
never, ever. And here's the thing. I've looked up because that area was an area I wanted to kind of move out to. Right. Mm-hmm. So I looked at the area and I looked at the buildings, and I was like, oh, they've got a Firkin pub.
Perfect.
Right? Like perfect. I like Firkin pubs. And like it was the same one, right? So I was like, oh, okay, cool. I had never, ever, ever heard of this place before, first and foremost, right? So like, I don't know. It was just weird to me because I'm pretty like, I don't know. That's all I do, right?
There,
this
so
is my hobby.
The locals.
Maybe, yeah.
Like I've been to that area a couple of times. I've been actually in that section more than a couple of times.
Oh, okay.
But I never knew that story. I've never been to the Frog and Firkin, and I never knew that it was allegedly haunted.
She said that it was on Blog TO.
She said that?
I think so. Something like that.
No, she said it was on something. I don't think she could remember what it was on.
Some list of the most haunted places.
But I did see a list that was like 4 or 5 haunted restaurants in Toronto, and it was on there.
Okay.
When you search up like, sorry, I keep calling it Moose. When you search up Frog and Firkin haunted, one of the ones that comes up is that list.
Right, but when you search up just like the Frog and Firkin for like 3 pages, there's nothing about it.
Probably not.
Yeah, but that's like when a place is like if you search up the keg, the main keg place.
Yeah.
Like you get haunted stuff like within the first page.
Yeah, but I knew about that, so that's a little more.
Okay, I see what you're saying. More public. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that was her story. So, do you want to talk about yours?
Sure. So Anthony doesn't know the full story because, like I said earlier, I had just messaged him on Snapchat as I got home last night.
Oh wait, before you say this.
Yes.
Sorry. I've had to take some time with the GoPro because, and this has not happened over the course of like the month and a half that we've been going out like weekly to do this. Actually, the only time it happened is when the GoPro got completely drained when we were at the hospital. But I tried to record with the GoPro and it was like crashing constantly. So I reflashed the entire firmware for the GoPro and it didn't fix itself. And then I formatted the card as suggested, didn't fix itself. Reflashed the whole firmware, didn't fix itself. Did it again, finally fixed itself. So like, it's not even that like the GoPro stopped working. It's like the GoPro like bricked itself, which is like not happening. I've been like playing with the GoPro almost daily. Do you know what I mean? Like I've been trying to get the optimal settings, all this kind of stuff. Like this has not happened before. Mm-hmm. So, and I tested it before we left. So like,
you always test it.
Yeah, I do test it. We went to the bar and I just had placed it on the table, or not really even on the table. I think I just had it in my front pocket. Yeah, I did have it on the table. Yeah, you're right. And like we didn't touch it all throughout our eating chicken wings and drinking beer, but like yeah, immediately after I started trying to use it, it would like not record, like it would record 1 second and like yeah, exactly. And I was like, I don't know what's happening, right?
Weird.
It was so weird, and it's not the first time that it's happened, so maybe it's just the device, but like at the same time you could be like, it's not the first time that it's happened only in a supposedly haunted place.
So wait, were you able to look at anything or see anything, or did it even record anything?
No, did not record anything. It wouldn't record.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why. But now it works, so that's good for next time. But yeah, what the hell?
I'm glad my GoPro isn't broken.
So do you want to go into your thing?
Yeah. So as I said, I messaged Anthony when I got home very briefly what had happened. When we got there, after the wings actually, Anthony told me that the basement was the more haunted area. So I went down to the women's washroom and nothing happened. And then this is before we spoke with the waitress. And then after we spoke to the waitress, she actually said that wasn't the area. It was like more in the basement. It was another floor.
Deeper into the catacombs.
Yes. Okay. Which is why nothing happened. So she said that people had reported kind of like a feeling of being watched, general uneasiness, things like that. But the one that stuck out to me, she said that people have said that they felt like someone pushing them when no one was around. Yeah. And we were actually, when she had left, we were kind of like laughing and mocking about it because when I had gone to the washroom after we ate, there was a girl in front of me and she stumbled on the stairs. Yeah. And in my head, I'm like, oh, she's just drunk. Then when we went to the washroom, she had gone out and didn't wash her hands and just left. So I'm like, okay, this girl is definitely drunk.
That's what a disgusting bitch.
Yeah, if you go to the washroom, wash your hands. That's disgusting.
You know what's, I don't
need to make a PSA about that.
Yeah. Dudes who do it are like the worst. Because it's like you're handling your dick. Like just wash your hands,
I do not touch guys' hands. Like,
out of what? Out of fear?
Like, unless I have to like shake your hand because it's some kind of professional thing, and I'm like, ugh.
Well, it's like cooks who do it are like,
Okay, we need to stop talking.
Okay, yeah, go on.
So we were kind of mocking about it because I thought she was drunk, and that's why she kind of stumbled. And as we were leaving, so as we said, it was me, Anthony, and then my boyfriend came, and Anthony's friend, who I think it will be guest starring next week as well.
Yeah, they know Rue.
So they were there, and Jonathan and I were like, okay, we're gonna get going. You guys kind of just like finish whatever you're doing, and they left literally minutes after us.
Yeah.
So I'm walking down the stairs, and Jonathan's behind me, but by a couple of steps. He wasn't like directly behind me. He was maybe like 3 or 4 steps behind me because I was just going down the stairs. And then all of a sudden, like in my mid back, like, but towards the left side, it felt almost like give me your arm. I don't know how to describe this. Like, pretend I don't have nails, but like that. Like if I was pushing you like that, but not the daggers of my nails,
like
with my
this,
actual,
like,
yeah, but without nails,
right?
Like without the sharp, just the pressure was right here, and I kind of like stumbled a little bit, and I thought it was like I thought Jonathan was just kind of like poking.
You thought
me
Jonathan
like,
was fucking with you.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, oh my god, like what are you doing? And he was like, what are you talking about? He said he didn't do it. I don't know if he did, and he's just messing with me. But it was still really freaky. I don't think I'll show you, but I don't think I have a bruise.
No, I don't think so. Let's see. Where? Point it out.
Here.
No, you're good.
We're good. So yeah, there's nothing there, but it was just still really freaky.
Yeah, that's freaky.
And like it was enough pressure. Granted, I also thought it may have been. I've been having some slight back troubles the past 2-3 weeks, so I thought maybe it was kind of like a spasm. But usually when I get that, it's like my lower back, not the mid back, and not the left side.
And that doesn't make much sense that it feels that way. That wouldn't feel like that. A spasm feels like cramping.
We're making motions with our hands, like squeezing motions.
Yeah, but that's what a spasm is. It's cramping, right? So like, that's not the same thing.
It was weird. I was totally fine. Oh, and then this morning my phone went flying across again. I forgot to tell you that fun part. And I literally woke up and was like, and I just grabbed my phone and put it beside me.
Jesus.
And this time, so I think I had mentioned it, I don't know, was it the first or second podcast?
I don't know.
Regardless, I had mentioned how I have it, because I have the IKEA bed, I usually keep it on the wooden part that's not my mattress.
Yeah.
And that may be with the vibration, because when I get Instagram messages and when I get certain notifications on my phone vibrates, so maybe it kind of just vibrated off.
Right.
Yesterday, it was on the mattress beside me. It wasn't on the wooden part. So even if it had vibrated, it wouldn't have done anything.
Can't vibrate up.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you picked it up in the middle of the night. You didn't notice.
I picked it up and put it where?
On the mattress.
It was on the mattress.
Yeah.
And then it was thrown.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I'm sorry. Maybe I didn't make that
So
clear.
It wasn't on the ledge. It was like on the mattress. It was not on the ledge.
It was on the mattress. Because I fell asleep watching The Office and just threw it beside me because I'm like, I don't want to reach over to the wooden part. It's fine. Yeah. I don't care if it's radiation beside my head. We're all going to die one day. And just threw it beside me.
I like that when we're tired, immediately you go to like, we're all going to die. It's fine. Like anything is okay when you're like sleepy, right? You're like, there's somebody in my house. Yeah, but I'm tired.
Like, I'm so tired. And if they kill me, I can sleep forever. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Yes, it was just really weird that it happened again. And it hasn't happened for a few weeks now. And now it happened again this morning.
If we set up a GoPro and or like a camera, an overnight camera, and it's just like you picking it up in your sleep and throwing it across the room, that'd be kind of funny.
It wasn't in my sleep because you know when you're kind of like waking up, like you know when your alarm's about to go off in like 20 minutes and you're like, oh, I know I have to get up soon, but I don't really want to. Yeah. It's kind of like half awake, half asleep. But I don't sleep. I sleep with my arms under my pillow.
Oh yeah, that's right. You sleep like tucked in. Like.
Yeah. So I can't pick it up in my sleep. It's not like I flail about. I literally fall asleep on my side or on my stomach and put both my hands under my pillow or one there. Like I'm always
you're a weirdo.
Holding something.
Yeah. To be fair, I like koala a pillow, so it's fine.
I don't care. You can say I sleep weird.
Yeah.
It's how I sleep. I'm comfortable.
Maggie smacks me in her sleep.
Jonathan did that once. He sometimes like does that a little bit. But one time he slapped me really hard. The next time you see him, ask him. I was like, what the heck? I thought he was awake and I thought he was just being like a douchebag and trying to like you know when someone's annoying you and you're like, oh, there's a mosquito on you or there's a fly on you and you get like a backhand.
Yeah.
I thought he was doing something like that. So I started yelling at him, and he was like, what? Like, he was out of it. He's like, what? And I'm like, you just gave me it was like, pow.
Poor Jonathan.
He's abusive, not me. He slapped me in his sleep.
Yeah, totally. Maggie slaps me in her sleep, like, probably, like, once a month.
Yeah, but Maggie's tiny.
Yeah, but that doesn't fucking matter when you're asleep and all you're... I'm awake. Like,
imagine a personal trainer slapping you in the face.
That's true.
But yeah, anyway, back to the actual haunted part. So yeah, that happened again this morning. It was freaky, and I didn't even put two and two together until we talked about it now, because I'm kind of used to just weird things happening now.
Yeah, I think we should go back
to the restaurant.
Yeah,
we can. Maybe not next week. Maybe
no, not next week.
When it snows one day.
Well, you have a Christmas break.
Yeah,
we can go.
I'm gonna ask the listeners this question because I'm sure many of them have experienced it like I have.
Yeah.
So I have a little dog, and the way my house is set up, I have a room at the front of the house, like it's in the upstairs. It was a bedroom, but I converted it into kind of a TV room. So it has like a TV, couches, and one of her beds is in there. She will go sometimes and like she'll stand in the middle of the hallway, but she won't go in the room, but she'll just stare into the room. If she eventually goes into the room, she'll lay in her bed and she'll stare at one corner, but like she's on high alert. Like her ears are perked up, her nose is up. She's looking eyes wide in this corner, and it really freaks me out. And she also does that in my bed, but she specifically does it when I'm home alone. I'll be laying down with her in my bed, and she'll look from the door is on the left side, and she'll look from the door and she'll follow it slowly into the first corner behind my closet.
Yeah.
Well, it's beside my closet.
Yeah.
Rather. And then she'll stop. And then she'll like even slower just go to the other corner, and then she'll just stay fixated on either that corner or the previous corner.
Yeah.
And almost always she'll start like doing a low growl. And it's so freaky. And
okay. I can guarantee your place is fucked.
But like, it can't be.
Why?
Because no one lived there. It was nothing before.
Well, it might have been in a something that you don't know. Maybe there was like a burial ground.
No, they know if there's a burial ground.
Well, they just found that native burial ground that you were telling me about on Teston.
Yeah, but that community is a lot older than my community.
Okay.
So like where I was nothing before.
Okay.
I get what you're saying. Like
right.
Who knows? Like hundreds of years ago, it may have been something.
Well, it's not even that, because like you can like stuff can like if we're completely playing into it, right? The idea is like stuff can follow you first and foremost. How long has she been doing it?
That's what freaks me out.
How long has she been doing it?
So before we started doing this podcast.
No, I know, but like how long?
I don't know, a couple of years. She doesn't do it all the time.
Right, but when was the first? You have to remember.
The first time she did something like that was I think a year after we had gotten her. The story with my dog, her name is Roxy. We had gotten her when I was in grade 10. So
yeah.
Let me just do 2007. Yes.
Yeah.
So we got her when I was in grade 10, 2007, and we were actually supposed to go pick her up on October 7th.
Yeah.
Now October 6th. I'm sorry, October 6th. Was the Saturday. Now, one of my aunts, my dad's brother's wife, so not blood related, she was sick. She had cancer. And she was in and out of the hospital for the past few years before that. So she was in the hospital that week, and we knew she wasn't doing well, but we thought she had more time. So I got a call. My parents took off in the middle of the night, Friday night, Saturday morning. I got a call Saturday morning saying my aunt had passed away.
Yeah.
So, of course, we called the breeder, and we're like, we're not going to come pick her up today. Yes, I know she's from a breeder. This is 10 years ago. I would adopt now, regardless. So we're like, we're not going to come today. A family member actually passed away. We'll have to come next week. So we ended up going the following Saturday, which was October 13th.
Yeah.
A year after, I remember around Halloween, in my dining room we have, I don't know, have you ever seen it when we had the piano? We got rid of it recently, but we had a piano at the front.
I didn't know that you had a piano at all.
So we had a piano, and then on top of the piano we had like a candle, like the one we saw in the graveyard.
Yeah.
The one that you kind of just keep lit all the time. We had a candle. We had a picture of my aunt, like the big portrait of my aunt. And I don't remember what they're called. When you go to funeral masses or when you go to funerals and they give you those little pieces of paper that have the picture and the name and then the date and like some little quote.
Like a program or
kind
something.
of.
Yeah, it's not that. There's a better word,
that,
but
it's
yeah,
something like that. So we had that on top of the piano.
Yeah.
And she started at this point, and then eventually we moved it. Yeah. And she stopped, but she would just go and like sit there and stare at that spot, like this.
See that you're literally setting it up for me right now.
So I think at that time I thought that I wasn't super close with my aunt, but I thought maybe that was something with my aunt.
Right.
But we don't have anything anymore because it's been 10 years, so we've kind of put that stuff away. But I don't know what, and I don't know why my aunt would come to us. Why would she not go to her? She has kids. She has grandkids.
It's kind of like she had time with them, right? Like, I don't know. I'm just interpreting. I don't fucking know. But like, if you trying to find a reasoning, right? Like, it's not always there. So maybe she goes around to more of the family that she didn't get to spend enough time with.
That's true.
I don't know. I'm just trying to fucking rationalize.
That's true. I don't know.
I don't know. If I was a ghost, I don't really know who I would visit. You'd haunt the fuck out of me, wouldn't you?
No, I was thinking I'd go like a farm and play with the animals. I'd be a friendly ghost.
All right, Casper.
Not Casper, because Casper's creepy.
He is creepy.
Anyway, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's something. I don't know if
I feel like we should investigate your house.
I don't want to do that.
Why?
Because ignorance is bliss, and I like sleeping at night.
But it's not ignorance. You're talking about it. You're aware of it. You're self-aware.
But that's just a dog. It could be she heard a noise from the neighbors outside. The neighbors, we have a side door, and they have a side door facing us. Maybe the neighbor was walking out, and she's following the sound.
Okay, just do me a favor.
No.
No.
I'm not doing it. You can come and do it.
I'll come
and then you
do
can
it.
live there and I'll live here. Where the worst thing you have is your sister sleepwalking.
God, it hasn't happened in a long time, so. All right, well, I guess we'll just never investigate that house.
Thank you. That's all I ask.
You suck.
So yeah, so that's my story about yesterday, and that's my story about my creepy house.
Yep.
And our excursion. Is there anything else you wanted to mention?
Kind of, since we're on the topic of like stairs, right? Okay. Just a quick little thing. So, this is more like a PSA about fucking stairs, cause like, dude.
How do you have a PSA about?
You just
stairs?
Reminded me of a story like with the stairs stuff. Cause when I was younger, like most kids, like you fall down and you're an idiot.
You fall down, or you fall up the stairs.
No, you fall down.
Okay, because falling down the stairs is 10 times. Sorry, falling up the stairs is 10 times worse than falling down the stairs. And if you've never fallen up the stairs,
how do you fall up the stairs?
Trip.
Oh, okay, you trip forward. But it usually
involves in you like hitting more important part,
yes.
and it's just painful.
Right. No, I think I've fallen upstairs before, but it was never that bad.
One of my cousins fell up the stairs and bit a hole through her tongue and had to get it reattached.
Why are you telling me this?
Because it's your PSA about stairs.
Yeah. When I was younger, and we're talking about 4 years old, so my grandma's house is a bungalow, so the only other floor is the basement. And I spent most of my childhood in that basement, and the basement's always scared the crap out of me. Because there's a door in the basement that doesn't hinge properly or doesn't latch properly, and it's the door to the furnace room, and it like slowly creaks open pretty much any time it's not fucking latched. Like, it's not completely, like, you really have to pull on the door for it to be closed. So you have to imagine that when I was younger, right, like, I'd be sitting in the basement, I don't know how latched the door is, and at this point it doesn't fucking matter, all right, because I'm sitting down, I'm playing the Super Nintendo, and I'm having a good time, and suddenly from the back all I hear is
I have a question. Why do you develop an extremely heavy Italian accent when saying Super Nintendo?
When I'm describing like me being a kid, like, hey, oh, bada bing, I don't know.
So you were a little Italian boy?
I'm just fucking eating my spicy capicola, and I'm eating the prosciutto and the mozzarella.
I think his name is Brett Morin on Netflix.
Yeah.
Papa?
Papa.
That's what it is, thank you.
Yeah. Listen, okay, it's just the voice I do when it's like, I'm just minding my own fucking business, right? Papa. But it was terrifying. So with this fucking basement, the one solace that I had was that there was a lamp, and it's still there, that is constantly kept on. And, you know, for my grandma, like, she, underneath the lamp, she puts the statue of the Virgin Mary. So, very religious family, by the way. That lamp has never gone off. The only time that lamp has gone off is either the light bulb burns out or the power's off. So, there have been very, very rare scenarios that scared the crap out of me when I've gone into the basement, or I wake up in the middle of the night when I'm sleeping there. I used to sleep in the basement, obviously.
Obviously.
And the lamp would be off.
Else.
The lamp would be off.
Okay.
And it always freaked the crap out of me. Like, I have a bit more of a story, but we'll like relate it another time. But with this basement, like, I'm saying it scared the crap out of me. So I've fallen upstairs. But it also excited me because all the video games were in the basement. So I'd run downstairs. And as a 4-year-old or a 5-year-old, you're a stupid piece of shit. So I'm like, I'm going downstairs to play video games. And I rip the door open and I like start charging down the stairs. And like one step down, I slip and I go down like all 30 stairs. Just like rolling, right? And like, oh my God, I can still hear my mom scream, the poor woman. Like, because I'm the only child at that point. Well, no, actually, my brother might have been like 1. But like, she's like assuming I'm dead, right? And I remember like halfway, not even like 2 rolls down the stairs, I'm like knocked out. And then I like wake up and I'm like laying, like I'm like laid out on the bottom of the stairs, like, oh, and I'm like looking at the ceiling. And I'm just like, what the fuck happened? And like the thing I remember the most is like looking forward, because to the right of the stairs was the laundry room, and the door's just creaking open. It's like, and I'm like, damn it, like I'm gonna die. Like, and then obviously my mom ran down the stairs because I mean it was not quiet. It was definitely like my head hitting everything. And they gave me a freezy, so it wasn't that bad. But like
silver lining.
Yeah, silver lining. I got to eat sugar, but yeah, no, just like. Stairs are dangerous. Watch your kids. Spay and neuter your pets. I think we're done. We're done this podcast.
Forever?
That's it. Have a good time. Hauntario's over. Go the fuck home.
No. Not yet. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, of course, because I need more followers. Yeah. Otherwise, I am
definitely follow us on Instagram.
And not happy
I need
with my
700
life.
followers, please.
601.
692 followers, please. We'll tell you what at another time.
Yeah, give us a follow on that stuff or send us a message and I'll reply. You can also visit our website, hauntario.com. There's a form on there if you want to say hello or leave some feedback.
Or give us suggestions.
Good or bad feedback, we appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. We could take it.
I mean, I'll cry and hate you forever, but I'll take it.
That's fine. Other than that, if you have any suggestions on places we can go, if you know of somewhere that's a bit more secluded. Why don't we do some of my
suggestions? You keep asking people for suggestions, but we keep doing your things. I have so many places I want to go to.
All right, we'll go.
Awesome. So no suggestions from anyone.
No, suggest anyway. Where do you want to go?